We'll get going around 1:45. Sorry. No worries, just because we're all rigged up wide up. You get your snaps. You could just probably move out the way with the cameras also need to get some shots afterwards, so just get a couple shots and then you can just park just so they can get. If you could. Yeah. And then you'll face that way and go like that.
That's brilliant. I've got that, yeah. Right, so I've got that now, got comms. That's brilliant. So what's going to happen? The pool stuff goes. What? Hello mate, so I've got comms brilliant on 1-3, yeah, so the idea is, right, pool photograph opportunity, then Nigel walks here, he does his pool questions like that, to a pool camera like that, then I come out, stick earpiece in his ear, then that's GB News only for Alex Armstrong. Is that alright, yeah? And if it, yeah, so yeah, but it work like that if that's okay mate. But, yeah. Yeah, we'll do. Yeah, cheers. Yeah, cheers, mate. Bye.
Nigel can just
so
stay here after he does the pool clip, because he's going to do... Which one's the BBC camera?
So,
BBC guys there.
That's BBC, yeah.
And they've got their microphone.
Yeah.
So then he can just turn to BBC, do that clip, and then turn back and then do your live. So he doesn't have to get reclipped or anything.
No. So only thing he needs is be my earpiece in for the GB News one, if that's all right. For down
and then
the
he'll
line.
need to take it out for the... Yeah. Oh, no, sorry, he'll need to put it in after the, the BBC.
Fine. Otherwise we get two questions in at the same time. You still waiting for your journalist?
Yeah, I'm a bit worried about that, but I'll then worry about that in 10 minutes too. What the scenario is...
Do it very quickly.
They sent you a list of questions. You should maybe get them potentially just provisionally.
I've gone through about 3. That's broken. That's why I put it on. Right, yeah. No, this one's holding up my leg. But it's better than that. Yeah, yeah, I mean that's the song. I've got two.
Are you right just to send us a list of questions? Do I bang?
Oh, okay. I've got 2 8
So, right, it's photo opportunity, which you can see me now, here, like that. Nigel will walk forward, then do the pool questions, like this, like that. Then he's got a, then I put an earpiece in his ear, that will just be for GB News to do Alex Armstrong, job done. So he can do it without moving, if that's all right. people going now. It will be in a minute, I don't know that. Cheers. An MCR could record in a minute. That'd be great. Thanks, mate. Cheers.
It's a test run on a wheel. Hello, good to see you.
That's what we're going to do tonight.
They might go in about 10 minutes doing this little photo call with the local councillors. Then Farage is doing a full tip with GB.
Whenever the press conference.
Then afterwards it's and then I think he's doing a one-on-one with GB. Right. Then afterwards it's everyone in. Right, okay.
And then 3 on the third. 3, 2, 1.
Oh!
I think the interesting. So these that's pretty good. You want to do your mouth over.
Later things.
This was actually when I went to the WMT was at the time my car decided not to. So I had to get the key out of the fob, set the alarm off.
Oh, it was you?
Yes, it was. You keep it was me trying to be really quick to set something in the van, and it just said, nah. Oh, hello, that's Richard from BBC London. I think you already are, but can I just check your recording is back to trial? Oh, thank you. It's bars at the moment. I'll put the camera in a second. All right, thank you very much. Cheers. Bye-bye.
Hello, James. Hello, you all right?
You well?
So, I thought this would be insane.
So did I. So I told the one after this is inside.
You hear from Rally as well?
Weird. I think. So this, I think this is just a photo of the rally.
Oh.
Very vague location. I have no idea what's going on.
Turned the corner and thought, oh, there's all these people outside.
It's not going to be, this is what I want to be inside as well.
You got your photography on, you're writing last week?
Yeah, I don't carry a pen anyway. I can't write.
Yeah, I'm sure you can.
She's be surprised.
Don't think we've met our Harry's PA.
Tom, nice to meet you. I'm freelance. Yeah, I just turn up to the street and go, opening for the evening.
I hope the work will arise.
I started at 4, so that's a bit early.
I actually went back to Berlin and Austria too far. Ticket my girlfriend's in hybrid. Yeah, it's good, but it's like
Getting into central from Finchley to that area. 9 bucks.
They are.
They haven't.
To be honest, if I came to have been at Peter Manston's house, I was like, do you want another one? Yeah.
So I I'd known it was going to be 2 hours, 3 minutes. And I would have done and then about 10 minutes later, there was a
I happen to be in the area. That's like me. Oh, he's 40 grand rich. I covered. I didn't pay for it. Yeah, so a thief stole something from a lady on the bus. Gets an extra comes back to the lady. A minute later, the thief comes back, tries to start a fight. Supposedly swings at the bus driver. The bus driver was then punched him.
Did the bus driver lay into him to actually stab him?
As in like trying to say no, I think it was one punch carried up to one punch. The same as yeah, well I think it's taking it from like introducing you good Samaritan. Yeah, good Samaritan. It is. It is an interesting but how do you determine if something is morally correct? Because the classic argument is all the security guards can't stop shoplifting. They can't put their hands on people. They shine with baguettes. So it's like they can then turn around and say, well, I did something good. I can't stop this, but what's that like?
I learned a bit quite slowly.
So yeah, I'm going to judge a place by how posh it is. If I don't get the obvious picture, then I can. Went on all day, did the obvious bit. By the end of it, I was doing like slow shutter speed, spinning the camera. I was so bored.
5 minutes or so.
My desk was getting great grades. I was like,
Back in a bit. We took that picture of him the other day. Someone's got it outside Manchester. It's back in. It looks like a
Go behind the camera, go in here.
Guys, we're in now. Yep, they're there. Guys, no, all it, not you guys, you.
What's the magic word? And please. Please will come.
So if they want to take rules questions, they need to make it up. Right, cheers.
Damn it. Should I? Can I? I should have gone over there. I am tempted.
Someone tell him he's going to rain. Why would they do that?
Yeah. The problem is it's going to rain. Nice one. Here we go.
Lovely, that's great, guys. Thank you.
Guys.
Yeah, just when he gets here, just a little bit.
Shit.
We have a place ready for you in the middle for both of you.
Fantastic.
So now everyone just squeeze in. We get your security out of the way as well.
Nigel, guys, get one where you two both step forward. Yep. Forward in there as well. I'll get out of the way. Okay, guys.
Right, everyone good?
Guys, once you got your photo, if you can move out so the camera can get the
guys.
behind.
Nigel, TV. Sorry. TV. Yeah. Do you want to say a few words there now? Can I say a few words here?
Mr. Farage?
Yes. Yes.
For a full camera here.
Yes.
Firstly, you've been campaigning since it was announced the government delaying this local election delay. Can I get your reaction to the fact that they've U-turned on that today?
Well, it was extraordinary. I mean, last year we saw cancellations of elections without any real exceptional reason. This year, up to 30 councils, 4.6 million people denied the vote. In some cases, Norfolk, Suffolk, East and West Sussex, this would have been the second year in a row that people who are paying their council tax would have been denied the chance to vote. So that's why we took them to the High Court. We were due there this Thursday. They've caved, they've collapsed. It's a victory for reform, but more importantly, it's a victory for democracy in this country. We are delighted.
As you say, you felt so strongly about this, you were going to take the government to court over this. The fact that they have U-turned on this before you got your day in court, what do you make of that, and why did you feel strongly enough to take them to court in the first place?
Well, I think the principle of no taxation without representation is a very well-known one through political history, and that's what was happening here. We'd even seen a few people starting to refuse to pay their council tax up and down the country. But what I do think now is the Minister, Steve Reid, has clearly acted illegally, and given that the government has now given in, knew they'd lose to us in court, I think Steve Reid's question as a minister should now be debated.
The government have also said this afternoon they're going to be paying your legal fees. How much are your legal fees?
0 now because the government are going to pay them. So yeah, we took a risk on this. We took a risk on this, but we knew it was the right thing to do. I thought we'd get a partial victory. I thought ones that were delayed for a second year in a row, we'd probably win that. But this is now a complete victory, and there'll be a lot of people up and down the country very grateful to us. I mean, think about it. The Lib Dems were delaying in Cheltenham, the Conservatives delaying in Harlow and the other counties where they'd postponed last year as well. The rest of them were Labour, mostly in the north of England. It's a big win.
Well, realistically, this will be costing taxpayers hundreds of thousands of pounds to pay for your legal fees, but also £63 million because that's what the government are giving these councils in order to reorganise and have local elections at the same time. Surely you should be apologising to taxpayers for costing them £63 million.
The idea I should apologise because it costs money to hold elections in a country where 1.25 million people died in 2 world wars so that we could be a free democracy. I won't even begin to apologise. That is our system. That is our way. We choose the people that represent us, tax us, make decisions on our behalf, and once every few years we've the right to judge them and get rid of them. That is the very basis of how modern Britain works.
You'll now be campaigning in 30 more local elections than you had been preparing for yesterday. Are you sure Reform is ready to campaign in these 30 extra local elections?
We have the biggest membership of any party in the country, and whilst we're still very new, we're professionalising very, very quickly. Believe me, we will be ready.
And could I also ask you about the government today looking into a ban on social media for under-16s? Is that something Reform UK supports?
I'm not sure whether it's the right thing to do. I'm not sure whether just banning things is the right thing to do. Are there great harms through young kids spending their lives accessing inappropriate material online? Of course. My worry is you ban things, you drive them underground where they can see and access stuff that's even more extreme. Do I want to protect kids? Yes, of course I do. Is this the right way forward? I'm not yet convinced.
Mr. Farage, thank you.
Thank you.
Nigel, just to BBC now.
Sure.
Squeeze around. Take our side. That's all right. Okay, thank you.
Same again, really. And reaction to, I suppose, a victory, you would see, hands down.
It's a huge victory. I mean, it's very rarely anyone beats the government by taking a judicial review. We've won, and we haven't just won on our behalf, we've won on behalf of 4.6 million people whose vote was being denied, in some cases for the second year in a row. But there's a much deeper principle. We pay council tax, and we should be able, once every 4 years, to judge whether those we voted for are doing a good job. It's called democracy. We've stood up for it, and we've won.
You've called into question Steve Reed's position, given that he wanted to push ahead with cancelling the elections. You think he should resign?
Well, I think for a minister to do something that is clearly unlawful, otherwise they would not have gone and withdrawn themselves from the case on Thursday, and even the boss of the Electoral Commission said what the government was doing was illegal. Seems to me that if a government minister does something illegal, they really ought to resign.
Are you worried about the cost? It is going to cost 63 million.
What price?
It's going to cost 63 million pounds extra.
Yeah.
You campaign on the fact that you're a party that will save money.
What price freedom? What price liberty? What price those that went before us defended the country so we could be a democracy? You know, you can talk to me about 63 million pounds. I don't think you'd even put a price on freedom.
And in terms of what it means for you as a party, clearly you've got a whole bunch more elections that you've got to find candidates for, that you've got to fund. Are you able to do that?
We are capable and able. We've got the biggest membership of any party in the country. We look forward to all these new elections happening with great anticipation.
I'm not going to ask you to make a prediction, but I will ask you about Havering.
Yes.
Actually, you're here in
Yes.
Havering,
Yes.
a council you say you have big hopes here in London. This is a place where you say you can win, but you are doing it with the help, some might say, of retreads. You said you didn't want to be a Conservative Party Mark II, but the people behind you have changed parties. Andrew here has changed parties.
Yes.
Keith over there has changed parties.
Yes.
Are you worried that people who who may be tempted to vote for reform in Havering and other parts around London will see the party as a retread?
I said 18 months ago we would replace the Conservative Party, and here in Havering, here in Romford, that's exactly what's happening. And you know, when you're a new party with big ideas, big ambitions, that's great. But the one thing we've lacked is experience. Now, with people like Andrew, Keith, these local councillors here, we've got people who know how the system actually works. So that combination of youthful energy as a political movement with experience, I think is a very powerful one.
And how does a reform leadership in Havering tackle the crippling debts that this council has? It's gone cap in hand to the government twice now to say we can't afford it. Can reform come in and make a difference?
Well, you're quite right. You know, the debts are a massive, massive problem, which is why council tax rises have been what they've been for years. We can't come in and overnight get rid of debt. What we can do is come in and start to look for proper economic savings, start to look for how we can slim down people working in local government, make the thing more efficient, and that's our aim and ambition.
A final one to you, this is just for you, Andrew. You've got it on your leaflet saying you want to take Havering out of London. Really?
Well, so what happened in 1965 was London doubled in size, and in this case, part of what was always Essex found itself Greater London, has found itself living under Mayor Khan. I would suggest to you, a lot of people in Romford aren't very happy about that. I do think a debate here about whether they become a unitary government in their own right, as opposed to Greater London, is something citizens deserve the chance to have a say on. I really do.
Grand, thanks.
Thank you.
And we'll just do a live with GB News now as well.
Yeah, sure.
Nigel.
You're right. I'm pleased I put this jacket on. You like it?
Alex Armstrong, yeah.
Yep, it's fine. Yes, I have. Where's the little knob, as it were?
Sorry. Talk again to Nigel.
Yeah, yeah, I've got you. I've got you. Nice gentle start for the afternoon.
Yep, very good.
That's far better. Great. Thank you.
Sorry.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I've got you loud and clear. Where's Ed?
Ed?
Okay, fine. Thank you. Yeah, we're delighted. I mean, I was shocked last year when elections were cancelled. I mean, I get it, if you get a pandemic or foot and mouth disease, there are perhaps reasons why you might postpone elections in certain circumstances for a year. There were no good reasons for it happening last year. This year, the number of councils increased massively, including some all Tory controlled, Norfolk, Suffolk, East and West Sussex, where for the second year in a row, elections were going to be cancelled. I was pretty shocked by this, and it's why we decided that we'd go to the High Court, we'd go for a judicial review. That was due to be heard this Thursday. The government obviously knew they were going to lose. The boss of the Electoral Commission said what they'd done was illegal. Clearly, the government's own lawyers believed they'd acted illegally, and so they caved in, and 4.6 million people, or should I say 4.6 million council taxpayers, because that to me is the key point, will now get the vote. So yes, it's a legal victory, it's a victory for our party, but above all, it's a victory for freedom and democracy. Well, I think actually, to be honest with you, all the parties will be in a slight state of panic this afternoon, saying, cripes, we've got a lot to do in terms of finding candidates and getting organised. But look, we've got the biggest membership of any party in the country. We've professionalised significantly over the course of the last year. We will be ready for May the 7th in all 30 of these areas. It's amazing, isn't it? I've never promised once in the run-up to May the 1st last year that we'd cut council tax. How could we? We were inheriting heavy debts absolutely everywhere. Have we made £300 million of savings? Yes. Have we got plans to become more efficient and save more in the years to come? Absolutely. And if you look at the council tax rises in areas that are run by reform, they are lower than for the other parties in other areas. And look, you can't just come in to a broken local government system, wave a magic wand and change things overnight, but I believe we're off to a good start. Yeah. For us, it's another nearly 900 candidates that we have to find across those council areas and county areas, which for us is just not going to be a problem. On legal advice, look, our lawyers look very closely at the legislation, could find no good reason for why Steve Reed, at the behest of Keir Starmer, I suppose, decided to do this. The boss of the Electoral Commission said it was illegal. Clearly, the government's own lawyers said it was illegal. That's why they've withdrawn. They knew they were going to lose in the High Court, and that's why I'm saying I think for the minister, Steve Reed, I mean, frankly, is this not a resignation matter? Well, I think if a minister acts in a way that's illegal and tries to, cancel people's democratic rights to vote whilst they're still being charged their council tax, I personally think that it really is a resignation matter, yes. Well, look, if you go back to 2021, when there were some local elections cancelled, well, the reason given was the pandemic, and in certain areas, there was probably a degree of justification for it. Similarly, with foot and mouth disease 25 years ago, there are certain circumstances in which a delay of 1 year, can be acceptable. It wasn't acceptable last year, and it most certainly wasn't acceptable this year. And the level of collusion between the Labour government, the Conservative Party, and even the Liberal Democrats in Cheltenham showed you that parties were using postponing elections as a means of not losing their seats. That's something that clearly wasn't acceptable to us. I mean, if Kemi Badenoch doesn't want to be a dictator, the question really is she a leader? How can you stand up in the House of Commons, senior shadow minister after shadow minister, and say on behalf of the Conservatives it's wrong that elections should be cancelled, and yet 5, of your council areas, in some cases for the second year in a row, want to cancel those elections? Frankly, on this issue, the Conservatives are all over the place and every bit as bad as Labour. I don't think a snap general election is likely. I guess the only thing that would cause it would be a financial meltdown on the bond markets. I don't see a snap election coming, but I do see a government that is losing authority and credibility right across the board. Oh, the change of Prime Minister's coming, don't worry about that. My guess is, after he survived last week, they'll wait until May the 7th, wait for him to carry the can, get rid of him, and then move further to the left. Well, my money would be on Ed Miliband, I think. They'll say he's got the experience, they'll say he's been there before. If you put me up against a wall, my guess would be it's Miliband that takes over and carries on with his net zero fantasy, which is making Britain poorer and deindustrialising us. That's my guess. Well, I never thought I'd say it, but on those particular utterances, I do have a very similar position to Zach Polansky, if not on very much else. Oh. Yeah. Look, since just after the First World War, in this country, it's been Tory v Labour, it's been two-party politics. That is now over, completely, totally over, and you won't see the like of it again. Thank you. Just before the rain comes.
Right, I'm going to do a quick press huddle now, and then that's it.
Sure.
Right, George is going to take you some. I know, he's going to do it. I'm going.
Welcome to Haverhill Town Hall. You'll see there is no Union Jack flag from the Town Hall, but when reform in this council on the 7th of May, the flag will reign once again. We are a Essex market town. We're proud of our heritage. We want Haverhill to be independent. And we're grateful to you for giving us that opportunity. So today I'm proud to announce 8 of my councillors and candidates who are leaving the Conservative Party and joining Reform to stand for Reform UK on the 7th of May for Havering Council.
Well, welcome on board, everybody. And it's going to be quite a lively evening that we've got coming up.
So we have Bailey, we have Graham, we have Della, Robert, Christine, Tom, Maggie and Martins.
Are we going to win?
Yes.
Good.
No.
What's the plan?
Nigel, should we do some quick photographs of the team? Let's all gather round.
We sort of had.
That's it. Let's do all gather round.
We'll do some.
Yeah, we'll get a few more.
Yeah.
It's going to last.
Just to this camera, guys, please.
It really has been April showers all day.
There you go. I'll get out of the way.
Good. Yeah, fine. Okay.
Right, just down
I'm
here as well.
I'm going to jump in and get a handshake in 1 second.
Fine. All right.
And then we'll have to move on. Great.
Assembly members and everyone. Yeah, fantastic. Flag going up, 7th of May? Yeah.
8 plate.
Well done, Nigel. Thank you very much. You want the assembly members in as well, Nigel?
Yeah, come on. Yeah.
And Layla, where's Layla?
Alright, I'll try and line this guy out of the way.
Come on, Layla, you come in.
It's going to lash any minute.
You come in the middle a bit.
You're wearing a coat as well. Very sensitive.
Guys, we'll do our best to get what we can.
Let's have this in the middle more. Don't you think?
You're right in front of Layla. If you can just squeeze there. There you go. That's good. Kids hold that. There you go.
Yeah.
One here as well.
Okay.
Just about survived until it starts jumping. Once it starts,
Fantastic. Very good. Right.
Brilliant.
Perfect.
Next, the Hubble, I think. Where am I going?
This is, Nigel, this is the leader of the council. This is Councillor Ray Morgan.
How are you?
Ray used to work for me years ago. Yeah.
We are going to have an independent council in May. That'll be a residents' association.
We'll see.
Well, that's the choice of the election, which is a good thing.
But the thing is the leaflets that your party so we all know are misleading to the public. So it's effectively saying, if you vote for the reform in the May local elections, we'll take you out the GLA. But no, we know it's an act of parliament.
That needs legislation.
Yeah, it's an act of parliament. Similarly, reduce the number of councillors. No, the boundary commission decides, not the council. Yeah, no.
And when there's a change of government, we can do these things.
Yes, but that's the thing. You have to have a change of government first before you can't say.
And don't we need one?
But it's effectively saying that if you have a reform council, all these things will change.
Right.
Sorry.
No, we'll wait to the change of government.
Yeah, that's what.
same, aren't they?
Yeah.
but no, the bigger that you were.
I don't.
It's like finding it dry. The wheat cheese, Brentwood Road.
My nasty shoes are all muddy. Second time I'm wearing them, muddled over. Unfortunately, yeah, I don't think you could live stream the huddle if
No, I
moved away. Yeah. Did you live that? Oh, amazing.
I don't know who it is.
Well, I just had FT message me like, is it live stream? I said, yeah, PAR, so.
Yeah, so if you ever got PA,
You always have PA. When we did all the local election rallies last time round, PA came to every single one. At one point it was like, doing one every single day, and then PA always wanted to interview. And we're like, what more could they possibly ask?
because they've got all local clients, national clients, international clients.
They're all national questions.
Yeah, or sometimes they've got local clients. So it depends where they're.
Surely at that point you're competing with like the local democracy service, because they are basically like a PA for local media.
But no, I put that whole thing out. Yeah, thank you. So,
And you're coming to the...
That's not bad. Yeah, it's only like 10 minutes. Yeah, it's just making security guys. No, it's always because I work for
Yeah.
No, I appreciate expectation.
Yeah, I don't think you'll be able to clip a mic on it, but yeah. The worst, I hate it. The worst thing is he's quite good at it. They sort of government when they finish their interview, they walk off with the microphone and start speaking. I'm like, this is like, yeah, he's done it for so long. He's been.
What's that?
No PA player registration. No. Unless you want to drive me there, then go to the I can't get an Uber now. Can I help her?